Hello and welcome to FC Amakhosi fan channel. This is to like, comment, subscribe. The way that I haven't been around, I even forgot how to start or the intro of this episode. Guys, I'm sorry. I'll tell you one day where I've been, but it's been hectic. I'm back. Guys, we know that Nabi has been out scouting with Chera, right? As they've been out scouting for Chera, one will ask which positions. And why is Nabi scouting with Terra? For me, I don't have a problem with Terra and Nabi working so long, working side by side. I have no problem whatsoever. And it's good that the coach will say that, no, we want such a coach, such a player, and Terra will be like, I hear you, what did you see? Did you see 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3? Or did you put in perspective? Did you also think about 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3? Sure, Terra is not there to say that, hey, coach, I don't agree with you. I don't want this player. He can't come and play for Kaizer Chiefs. Let me speak about Terra a bit. Terra is not a one-hit wonder. He's not like a fly-by-night scout. He's not he wasn't born yesterday. He's not wet behind the ears. He's an experienced scout, right? And he comes from a big team in the sense of their accolades, right? Mamelodi Sundowns. So if Terra or if Nabi is to say to Terra, you know what, Terra? Here, it's my way or the highway. He'll be undermining Terra. And Terra is employed by the coach. By the management. Is not employed by Nabi, right? I'm not saying there's beef. I am in no way saying there's beef. But what I'm saying is that here, Terra is here to protect the image of the club because they employed him saying to him that, Terra, we want players or want you to go and scout players who fit this philosophy. Assuming that they said who fits his philosophy, their philosophy or the coach's philosophy. Let's say that they said that you want players who fit the team's philosophy, meaning what they then gave him the philosophy, the blueprint to say that this is what we are looking for, this is what we want, right? Sure, granted. And then Nabi comes and say that, no, I don't want this philosophy or players who fit this philosophy. I'm the coach here, so therefore buy me players that I want. There will be clashes, right? I'm not saying that there are clashes. By the look of things, as you saw in the social media, how they're interacting and whatnot, they seem to be in agreement. They seem to be working well with one another, right? Sure. I'm just hoping that they will not be in loggerheads. They will not clash. I'm just hoping that they will agree and they will come back with a good report, bring it to the management to say that, okay, these are the players that we, coming as a team now, they are a team, right? These are the players that we have identified. This is how much they are. This is what they are bringing to this team. And this is why we are saying that go and get these players by all means, right? Sure. I'm hoping that's the case and that's what's going to happen. Then we are hearing that Sokala Duma, whether, take this with a pinch of salt. They apparently, one of the reasons why they were in Tanzania, we know that they were there to watch Simba and Singila, right? As they were there, one of the reasons apparently that they were to see a guy by the name of Denis Kibu. Denis Kibu is a MF, so you can say midfielder forward, right? He's an attacking midfielder or a 10. This guy, I've seen few of him, obviously the shots of YouTube. I won't pretend as if I know how good this guy is, or I've went and watched him, or I've watched so much of him. I won't pretend. But this guy, he's the attacking midfielder, right? As he's an attacking midfielder, he scores goals here and there, he creates goals here and there. He's a good dribbler of the ball, he holds the ball. The ball is not easily taken from him. He's fouled so much. He's really fouled so much. Why? Because he's not the type of a player who give me the ball, kick it. No, he's the type of player, give me the ball and I'll see what I'll do with this ball, right? He scores, he dribbles, he's fast, he's strong. Those are the attributes that I saw, right? So, as we we are scouting Kibu, we have another problem. We have Faisal on the other end. Faisal is an attacking midfielder, can also play as an 8. Let's just say he plays as a 10. We might be scouting both, and the coach might want both of them in our team, right? So, if that's the case, Faisal, he has said that apparently Simba has sent a proposal and said that we are interested at your player to this team of his. We are interested of buying this guy. Please give us this guy. And Faisal has said, nope, I'm not interested. I want to go and play Nabi. Those are the rumors. So as he wants to come and play for Nabi, therefore this means one thing. He doesn't want any other project, but he wants to play for Nabi. Not any other coach, but he wants to play for Nabi. He wants to experience a different league. He wants to test himself against the who's the best players in Africa, right? Mainly Sundowns, sure. So, as he wants this project, and this project is interesting to him, can the coach or can the team afford both? That's a question probably for you can answer. Can they afford both? Can they afford to bring two of them in South Africa? Price-wise, sure, it could be, but Faisal, for me, Faisal can't be more than 15 million. Can't be more than 15 million. Why? He is less than a year in his contract now. He has only 11 months and a couple of days in his contract now. So therefore, we can't afford to pay more than that. So if the coach goes out and say that, get me Faisal by all means, go out there and get me Faisal, right? And the management, his team says, no, this guy is worth 45 million, as we're told that he's 45 million rumors. And then they come down to their senses and say, okay, 20 million. Should Kaizer Chiefs spend 20 million on a player who's less than a year in his contract? That's a question to you. I personally don't think so. When they can sign this guy on a pre-contract in December, I don't think so. Not to say that the quality of this guy is not quality and all. Faisal is a proper player, good player, I love him. But we can't afford to overspend just to make sure that we make Nabi happy. At the same time, we are taking out of this budget. We don't know how much is this budget. We're taking out of this budget to go and prepare for Africa. So we need to spend wisely. If, say that the coach says, okay, get me Faisal, it's fine. I don't want Kibu. Will we still spend 20 million? If they say 20 million, for example, I still don't think so. However, this is between Nabi, Terra, and the management to make a decision. For me, I don't think that it makes sense to buy a guy who has less than a year in his contract with 20 million. I don't think it is. You might differ with me, but tell me why. So, you get Faisal, you get Kibu, or you get one of them. For me, priority in terms of priority, both they are playing same position in terms of priority, Faisal. Probably can go for Kibu if there's still money left. But we still need to address other positions. And this is the reason why we are not renewing contracts of guys like Josh McLeod, because we want what is best, according to the coach, what is best. I'm in agreement, whoever the coach wants, let's support him, but we also need to be careful not to sign players who are overpriced. We need to be careful. And I've seen our management is not the type of, we're not the type of a team that will go and sign any other player that is available. Why? Because we've seen with Arsenal, Philippi, that you're like, no, we're not going to overpay. We are the team, and we shouldn't be bullied in the market by these teams or managers or CEOs want to make themselves rich at the expense of Kaizer Chiefs. Why? Because now we are desperate. We need players. We can't. The fact that we have won Nedbank and we are going to Africa, we need quality players. And we have heard that we want to release so many players. We'll have exodus of players. We mentioned so many players. However, we still need to replace these players. As much as we are letting go of these players, we need to release these players. Hence, I'm against the idea of terminating contract, because some of these players, they are still contracted to the team. Why don't you sell them, even if you are making losses, but you get something? And you find us, if we are selling these players, for example, that we can raise probably 10 million that can cover at least one player. We need to think careful around how we do business going forward. However, with that said, will you get, which players will you get? And we have few foreign sports. So that's another thing we need to factor. We have few foreign sports. We have, I don't know the story, but let's treat it as if Saile is still our player. We have Saile, we have Ndwari, we have Castillo, Dove is leaving, we have Lilepo, we have Inasho. Sereno has dual citizenship, right? So we have these 5 spots occupied. Sure, we let go of Ndwari. We need to replace him. Do you replace him with a South African goalkeeper? Who is that goalkeeper? Even now, we are linked with Nwabali, who's a national goalkeeper. So therefore, let's say that we get Nwabali. We have 5. Where's Faisal gonna feature here? Let's say Saile goes. Okay, we get this guy. We get Faisal, and then we have 5 spots occupied. We still need a striker. We still need a striker. Who are we going to let go? Castillo, Lilepo, Inasho? No one. Because this one, Castillo, is still contracted to the team. I think he has 2 years in his contract. And we consider him as one of our assets. So therefore, we need to be careful when we say that Kaizer Chiefs is linked with this player, or listen to me when we say that we are linked with this player and we are linked with that player. We still need a striker, and we know that Maele is one of the players that you want. Which sport is he going to take out of the 3? Guys, help me think here. I want to hear your thoughts. Which sport are we going to take? How many foreign players can we afford to buy? Put money aside. How many foreign players can we afford to sign? After you said 2 or 3, whatever number, how many spots do we have? Yes, we have released other players, saying that you're releasing other players. How many players can we really, realistically talking, sign? I just hope that their trip is fruitful, they'll come back with positive results. But we need to think carefully and deep. I want to hear your thoughts. I'm out. FC Amakhosi here. Sunday here. Cheers.